Well, Hal said last week that he had a birthday surprise, and he sure did. The woods are so beautiful today, the sun peeking through. The sky is so blue and so deceiving because it's so cold. A walk in the woods always reminds me I have promises to keep, and promises I've yet to make.
So, the recipe calls for chives.
Look how handsome you look. Wow. The past is the past, but I can't fully embrace the future without making peace with a young girl who said yes when she should have said no. Hey everybody, thank you so much for coming back and seeing me and Desi today. I hope you had a good, safe week. And what I want to do today is just share with you some really fun things that I fell in love with in January. And they're kind of corny, but they cover a lot of territory. I have some things I want to share with you that I've been using on my hair, on my skin, some cool ankle boots, and some clothes, and well, you name it, I've got it. Okay, not really, but we're gonna have a good time. You know how girls do. We love to share all the cool stuff that's available to us. And then at the end of the video, I have to share with you the birthday surprise that I got from a very, very close friend. And it meant a lot to me, and you mean a lot to me, so I want to share it with you. Desi, I gotta ask you a question. It's way too cold to walk today. What would you like to do today? Oh, you want to watch a movie? What do you want? You want to watch Benji? Yeah, Benji, really? I'm not making fun of you. I just think Benji is kind of lame. So many things that I have ordered on Amazon have been junk, but these piano pendants are beautiful. And in December, 2 of you left comments that you saw these piano pendants and you wanted to get this for your granddaughters. Both of them played piano. And I didn't see your comments, and I am so sorry. So I wanted to make sure today that I showed you the pendants, that I linked them below. They are so pretty, and I ordered a couple more. Hey, what the heck, right? But if you have a sister, a friend, a granddaughter, even a grandson, when they play an instrument and you take the time to give them a beautiful pendant that shows their musical talent, their love of melody and form, it's a beautiful gift. I have always loved watches. From the time I was a little girl, I was madly in love with having a watch on my wrist. And my grandfather bought me a lot of watches, and so did my mom throughout the years. So what I did is I bought this beautiful Anne Klein watch. It looks very vintage. It looks exactly like the watch I had in 1965. Mine was a Timex with a leather band, only my band was black and this one is red. One thing that I have learned from Anne Klein watches is when she sells those sets, I get mesmerized by that, but I decided that I would make my own set. So here I have my little vintage watch, and what I put with this watch is some boho vintage little bracelets, and they're beautiful. I get these on Amazon, and they come in all kinds of colors, so no matter what color your watch is, you can make a little cool set that's totally unique to you.
meant for each other. Staring in her dark green eyes, I want to love her. Scared if I should roll the dice and go with the flow. And I wonder if you ever think of me, and if you want to drink another coffee. I found
Back in shags and mullets, so everyone's bringing them back in style, and we're learning how to cut them better.
You guys are so sweet to me. I can't thank you enough for being so kind. But you asked me a lot about my hair, and I can never figure that out because my hair is just not anything special. But when I go to the salon, it costs me $20 to get a hydrating mask. And they leave it on for 15 minutes. And finally, I asked my gal, what are you putting on my hair? What am I spending this money on? And she said, this. This is the Basu hydrating a hair mask. And I said to her, well, do you think I can just buy this? She said, why, of course. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you. I found this on Amazon, and its cousin is only $18. This is expensive. I think the price was like $45, but of course this would last me like, I don't know, 5 years. You do this once a week. Well, once a week at the salon would cost me $20, $40, $80. So that's not too bad. But the reason I bring it up is the hydrating mask is the best one I've ever used. And the reason I need a hydrating mask for my hair is, now that I've gotten older, my hair gets a little dry and fuzzy, and to me that looks old. I don't like it. So this is the best mask I've ever used, and I want to make sure that I share it with you. Michigan is such a cold state in the winter, and I love sweaters. But what's really hard to get is sweaters that are tunics without them being too hot. And a white tunic sweater or a salmon color, oh, just so beautiful, but so hard to get. Anyway, so I'm online and I see them at Target. And then it says, oh, these sweaters, we don't sell them in stores. And here they're all sold out. So I thought, okay, forget that. Anyway, a few weeks ago, I walk into Target and there they are. I couldn't believe it. Not only that, but they're on sale. So I can link this below, but you might want to just go to your Target. And I mean, I got this was a $35 sweater and I got it for $17. So if I got that, you probably would too. But oh, isn't this gorgeous? I can't believe the stitch. I've never seen anything like this. It's so pretty. Turtleneck, and it comes down to almost my knees. It does run big, so I got a medium, but it really fits like a large. But I love it. I just love it. If I get a chance, I would love to show you what it looks like on. But basically, it's a nice, big, long, warm sweater for winter. So if you still have some winter weeks ahead of you, yeah, you might want to pick this up. It's so pretty. Look at these. Aren't these the greatest ankle boots you ever saw? What do these boots remind you of? The Beatle boots, right? 1965, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, John Lennon. They had the coolest Beatle boots that were like ankle boots. I've been looking for these for, I don't know, 30 years. So Union Bay has these boots. Slip them on and go on your way. I can drive in these boots. I can walk in these boots. They are so comfortable. So much room. Doesn't hurt me around the ankle because they give me so much room. But kind of hot and sexy, don't you think? I love these boots. If I could, I'd marry them. I just love them. Well, Hal said last week that he had a birthday surprise, and he sure did. He found a picture of me that was missing for 40 years. And I just can't tell you how I felt when I unwrapped my gift and here was that picture of me looking so sad in 1977. And when you have a friend that went to the lengths that Hal did to actually get this picture back to me after all these years, well, all I can say is thank you, Hal. You are a pill, but thank you. So just in case you're wondering what is the big deal about that picture was taken by my husband, Eddie. He wasn't my husband at the time. We were dating and we were on a romantic retreat up north at his cousin's cabin. And he asked me to marry him. And I knew at the time that I couldn't do that. I liked Ed a lot. We had a lot of fun together. He was a good man. He was a good man. But I didn't love him enough to marry him. And I told him that. And I told him that honestly, I didn't ever want to have any more children. I had a beautiful little 4-year-old boy, and there were so many things that I wanted to do in my life, and I just couldn't see myself married. I wanted to give my little boy a father and a stable life. Ed had a wonderful job as a popular disc jockey, and he had a lovely little home in a nice neighborhood. It was perfect. But I said no. And he got tears in his eyes, and he sat back. And he picked up his camera and he snapped the picture. I had always hated that picture, but I loved it. That picture represented to me honesty and thinking ahead, thinking of what my life could be and trying to be kind to the woman that I wanted to grow into. But it wasn't meant to be. The next day, that was on a Saturday, the next day was a Sunday, and we had a wonderful day together. And we were driving home, and we stopped at a little rest stop. And Ed got tears in his eyes, and he was not a crier, I promise you that. And he asked me to marry him again. And I looked at him and I thought to myself, this man, he loves me enough for two. I may not love him like I should, but he loves me enough for two, and it's going to be okay. I'll grow to love him, and it'll be so good for my son. And 6 months later, we got married. And so many of the problems that I thought would happen, happened. So I think what makes that picture so important to me are a couple things. When you have children, you always think there's always going to be one picture that they'll have in their home someday of their parents. One picture of their dad, one picture of their mom. And I think this particular picture is one that Chris would cherish. But I also think that the reason that I need this picture so much is to remind myself never to settle and never to think that I'm so insignificant, I'm so small that whatever I do, whatever I decide doesn't matter. It does matter. Everything we say and do matters. It has consequences. It affects other people. So on the days where it's my birthday and I'm feeling a little old and maybe like I don't matter, Not every day is a good day, but every day is an important day. Every single day, the decisions that we make are so important, and they affect so many people for the rest of their lives. So I am so happy to have this picture. I won't even go into how Hal got that picture. Maybe I'll ask him if he'll tell you. But what a birthday. What an amazing birthday.
When I went to Myers,
Yeah,
they don't have any chives.
yeah.
I know I usually have packages of fresh chives. They didn't have any. So I go back to the spice department.
Yeah.
No chives.
Oh no, you're chiveless. Hey everybody, thank you so much for hanging out with us today. I loved every second of it, I truly do. And if you get a chance down below, could you share if you have a favorite picture of yourself and why? That would be so nice to just share that part of our lives. Please have yourself a wonderful, happy, safe, brand new week. And when you're done with your week, you come back and see me and Desi, okay? All right, it's the deal. They'll be here.
An old picture this week brought back so many old memories. I never had any answers to life, and I knew that even back then. All I had was questions. And all these years later, I still have more questions than answers. And I like that. I hope it never changes.